Have you ever felt like there's more to you than what meets the eye? Maybe a sudden idea or intuition strikes you, so clear and profound that it feels like it came from somewhere or someone else. What if it wasn't just a random thought, but a message from a parallel version of you? The idea of parallel versions of ourselves isn't just a sci-fi concept. Both scientific theories and spiritual teachings suggest that every choice, every possibility, creates new versions of reality where another you exists, living a different path. These versions might hold wisdom, experiences, or insights that your current self hasn't accessed yet, but they might be trying to reach out. Why would a parallel version of you want to communicate? It could be to share guidance, warn you about a path you're taking, or even inspire you to embrace a possibility you've been avoiding. These messages aren't always obvious, but they often show up as synchronicities, dreams, or a strong pull towards something new. In this journey, we'll explore what parallel versions of you are and how they exist, how they might be sending you signals and why, how to decode these messages and use them to align with your highest potential. If you've ever felt a deep sense of connection to something beyond your current reality, it might be because another version of you is trying to get your attention. Let's dive in and discover what they want you to know. What are parallel versions of you? The concept of parallel versions of yourself may sound like science fiction, but it's rooted in both modern science and ancient spiritual teachings. These versions are not just imaginary. They represent the infinite possibilities of existence, where different versions of you live out alternative outcomes and choices. The science behind parallel versions. The many worlds interpretation of quantum physics. According to this theory, every decision you make creates a branching path in reality. For every yes you choose, there's a version of reality where you chose no. These branches form a multiverse of possibilities, where countless versions of you exist simultaneously, each living a life shaped by different choices. String theory and higher dimensions. String theory suggests the existence of dimensions beyond the ones we perceive. Parallel universes might exist within these dimensions, hosting versions of you that follow entirely different rules of existence. The observer effect. In quantum physics, particles behave differently depending on whether they're observed. This implies that consciousness itself plays a role in shaping reality. Your awareness might be one of the factors linking you to parallel versions of yourself. The spiritual perspective on parallel. Versions long before quantum physics, spiritual tradition suggested that our consciousness transcends the physical plane, existing in multiple dimensions simultaneously. The Akashic Records. Many spiritual teachings describe the Akashic Records as a universal database containing the knowledge of all realities and possibilities. Parallel versions of you might access or leave messages in this energetic field. Reincarnation and timelessness. Some beliefs suggest that all lifetimes, past, present, and future, exist simultaneously. A parallel version of you in another timeline could be influencing your current journey to help you grow or heal. Soul fragments and multidimensional selves. The idea of soul fragments suggests that your consciousness is not confined to one body or timeline. Parts of your soul might be experiencing other realities, working together to expand your awareness. Why parallel versions of you exist? Parallel versions of yourself arise from the infinite potential of existence. Every thought, emotion, and choice sends ripples across the multiverse, creating new paths. These versions might explore possibilities. Some versions of you are living the paths you didn't take, providing a glimpse of what could have been. Hold wisdom. Parallel versions may have already faced challenges or discovered insights that can guide your current self. Offer guidance. They might nudge you toward decisions that align with your highest potential or warn you of choices that could lead to unnecessary struggle. How they're connected to you. Parallel versions of yourself aren't separate entities, they're deeply connected to your consciousness. Think of it as a network where every version of you shares an energetic bond. This connection explains phenomena like sudden intuition. When a parallel version of you learns something valuable, that knowledge might leak into your awareness as a gut feeling or inspiration. Dreams or visions. Some dreams may be glimpses into the lives of your parallel selves, offering perspectives you can't access in waking life. Synchronicities. Coincidences that seem too perfect might be subtle signals from a version of you guiding you toward alignment. Understanding the existence of parallel versions of yourself is the first step to decoding the messages they might be sending. Next, we'll explore how these messages appear and why they matter. How parallel versions of you send messages if parallel versions of you exist. How do they communicate? These versions may be living out different choices and outcomes, but they're not disconnected. Through energetic links, they can send subtle signals or even influence your thoughts, emotions, and intuition. Let's explore how these messages might appear in your reality. 1. Synchronicities. Patterns and perfect timing. Synchronicities are meaningful coincidences that feel too aligned to be random. These moments often serve as messages from your parallel selves, guiding you toward decisions or realizations. Examples: thinking about making a career change and suddenly meeting someone who offers advice or opportunities in that field. Seeing repeating numbers like 1111, 222, or 333 during moments of doubt or contemplation. Hearing the same song, phrase, or idea multiple times from unrelated sources. What it means. These synchronicities might be nudges from a version of you that has already taken the path you're considering, encouraging you to align with their wisdom. Intuition. Messages from within. Intuition often feels like a sudden, unshakable knowing, an inner voice that seems to bypass logic. This gut feeling may be a direct link to a parallel version of yourself. Signs of intuitive messages. Feeling an instant yes or no when faced with a decision, even without having all the facts. Experiencing strong emotions like excitement or unease when thinking about a particular choice. Receiving insights or ideas seemingly out of nowhere. Why it matters. Intuitive guidance could be coming from a parallel self that has already navigated a similar path, offering their experience to help you avoid mistakes or seize opportunities. Dreams and visions. Glimpses into other realities. Dreams are often a window into alternate versions of yourself. They may show you experiences, emotions, or choices that parallel versions of you are living. Types of dreams to pay attention. 2. Recurring dreams that feel like they belong to someone else. Dreams where you're living a completely different life. Perhaps one you've thought about but didn't choose. Symbolic dreams that leave a strong emotional impact pointing toward a decision or realization in your current reality. How to decode them. Keep a dream journal and note any recurring themes or patterns. Reflect on the emotions or scenarios presented in the dream. They might hold clues about the direction your parallel self wants you to consider. Déjà vu, a connection. Across timelines. Déjà vu is the eerie sensation that you've already lived a moment before. While science attributes it to memory processing, many believe it's a sign of overlap between parallel realities. What it could mean. Déjà vu might occur when your consciousness briefly aligns with a parallel version of yourself, creating a sense of familiarity. It could also indicate a checkpoint moment where a significant decision aligns multiple versions of you. Emotional resonance. Feelings that don't match your current reality. Have you ever felt an unexplainable sense of nostalgia, longing, or even relief without knowing why? These emotions might be echoes from a parallel version of yourself. Examples. A sudden wave of sadness or joy that doesn't seem tied to your current situation. Feeling drawn to a place, person, or experience that you haven't encountered in this reality. What it means. These emotions could be leaking through from a parallel self, offering you insights or reminders about what truly matters. 6. Physical signs or glitches. Sometimes the messages are more tangible, appearing as unexplained changes in your environment or reality. Examples: finding objects in places you don't remember leaving them, noticing small details like colors or logos that seem different from your memory, experiencing time anomalies like clock skipping or feeling like time has slowed down. Why this happens? These glitches might be subtle signs of overlap between your timeline and another, hinting at shifts or connections with a parallel version of yourself. How to recognize these messages to better understand and interpret these signals. Practice awareness. Pay attention to recurring patterns, feelings, or themes in your life. Journal regularly. Writing down synchronicities, dreams, and intuitive insights can help you notice connections over time. Meditate for clarity. Spend time in stillness to tune into your inner guidance and decode subtle signals. These messages are not just random phenomena, they're powerful tools for self-discovery and alignment. Next, we'll explore how to act on these insights to create a deeper connection with your parallel selves and your highest potential. How to interpret and act on messages from parallel versions of yourself. Receiving messages from a parallel version of yourself is one thing, understanding and using them to align with your highest potential is another. These messages are like breadcrumbs, guiding you toward choices, paths, or awareness that can profoundly shape your reality. Here's how to decode and act on them effectively. 1. Trust your intuition. One of the most direct ways to interpret messages is by trusting your intuition. Intuition often bypasses logic and delivers insights that feel immediate and clear. How to recognize intuition. It feels calm and confident. Unlike fear-driven thoughts that create anxiety, it's persistent, gently nudging you toward a particular choice or direction. How to act on intuition. When faced with a decision, take a moment to pause and feel into it. What does your inner voice say? Start with small steps that align with the intuitive message, building trust in your inner guidance over time. Reflect on synchronicities and patterns. Synchronicities are often messages from your parallel selves, highlighting opportunities or lessons. How to decode synchronicities. Ask yourself, what was I thinking about or questioning when the synchronicity occurred? Look for recurring symbols, numbers, or themes that might carry specific meanings. How to act on synchronicities. If a synchronicity aligns with a decision or idea you've been considering, take it as encouragement to move forward. Treat these moments as signs that you're on the right path, reinforcing trust in the process. Journal and reflect. Writing down your experiences is a powerful way to connect the dots and uncover deeper meanings. What to journal? Dreams that feel significant or recurring. Déjà vu moments and how they relate to your current life. Emotions or thoughts triggered by synchronicities or intuitive nudges. How to use your journal. Review past entries to identify patterns or messages that have repeated over time. Use your reflections to clarify decisions or goals aligned with your highest potential. 4. Meditate to access clarity. Meditation helps quiet the mind, allowing you to tune into subtle signals and messages. Meditation practices for connecting. Visualization. Imagine meeting a parallel version of yourself in a peaceful space. Ask for guidance or clarity and observe what comes up. Stillness. Practice. Focus on your breath and allow intuitive thoughts to surface naturally. How meditation helps. It deepens your connection to your inner self, making it easier to interpret subtle messages. It enhances your ability to recognize when a signal is meaningful versus when it's noise. 5. Act on messages. With courage, messages from parallel versions of yourself often push you toward growth, which can feel uncomfortable or uncertain. Acting on them requires trust and courage. How to take inspired action. Break big changes into small, manageable steps that feel achievable. Remind yourself that every step toward alignment brings you closer to your desired reality. Example: If a synchronicity encourages you to pursue a new opportunity, start by researching or reaching out to someone in that field. Stay open to change messages from parallel versions often signal a need for transformation. Staying open and adaptable allows you to embrace the possibilities they reveal. How to embrace change. Let go of rigid expectations about how things should unfold. Trust that even unexpected detours might be guiding you to a better timeline. Use gratitude as a tool. Gratitude amplifies your connection to these messages and aligns your energy with positive outcomes. Gratitude practices. Reflect on how these messages, even if challenging, are helping you grow. Write down 3 things you're grateful for each day to maintain a high vibration. The power of taking action. Messages from your parallel selves are more than curiosities. They're opportunities to evolve, align, and expand. By interpreting these signals and taking intentional steps, you can unlock new levels of awareness and create a life that reflects your highest potential. What is a parallel version of you trying to tell you? Take a moment to reflect. Have you ever experienced a sudden insight, a powerful dream, or a synchronicity that seemed to defy logic? These moments aren't random. They're messages, subtle, yet profound, that invite you to explore deeper truths about yourself and your reality. What might a parallel version of you want to tell you right now? Perhaps it's a reminder of your resilience during challenging times, or encouragement to take a leap of faith toward a dream you've been hesitant to pursue. Maybe it's an insight into a decision you're grappling with, or a vision of a future where you've fully embraced your potential. Questions to ponder. What recurring signs, synchronicities, or feelings have stood out to you lately? How might these signals relate to choices, challenges, or desires in your current life? If you could meet a parallel version of yourself, what question would you ask them, and what wisdom do you think they'd share? These questions aren't just about understanding the external world, they're about tuning into your inner connection with the infinite possibilities of who you are. Your role in the multiverse. You are not a passive participant in the multiverse. You are an active creator. By recognizing and interpreting these messages, you strengthen your bond with the infinite versions of yourself and align with the timeline that resonates most with your highest potential. Share your experience. Have you ever felt like you've received a message from a parallel version of yourself? What signs or experiences stood out to you? Share your story in the comments. Your insights might inspire others to connect with their own parallel journeys. Together, we can explore the limitless possibilities of existence and unlock the wisdom that comes from within. You are more connected than you realize. The idea of parallel versions of yourself isn't just a fascinating concept, it's a reminder of the vast potential that exists within you. These versions are living out the paths you didn't take, holding insights and experiences that can inspire and guide your current journey. But here's the key. These messages are only as powerful as the action you take. Recognizing signs, trusting your intuition, and embracing the wisdom of your parallel selves can help you align with a reality where you thrive. What's your next step? Start by paying closer attention to synchronicities, dreams, and intuitive nudges. Keep a journal to track recurring patterns or messages that stand out. Take one intentional step today toward a reality that reflects your highest potential. Join the conversation. Have you ever felt connected to a parallel version of yourself? What signs or experiences have guided you in your life? Share your story in the comments below. Your journey might inspire someone else to explore theirs. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insights into the mysteries of existence. The wisdom of your parallel self is waiting. Are you ready to listen?